Keisha from lakeishacorbett.com, and this is your yoga video training, all about finding balance in your everyday life. So roll out your yoga mat, grab a glass of water, and let's begin. I want you to come all the way down, laying flat on your mat. I want you to close your eyes. And I just want you to slowly take a deep breath in through your nose, holding at the top, and out through your mouth. So coming in through your nose, hold, and out through your mouth. And as you continue to take nice deep breaths, I want you to remember that the only thing that matters right now is this moment. So you can just let it all go. Allow your legs to sprawl out to the side. Allow your hips to just melt into the mat. Relax your shoulders. Unclench your jaw. Close your eyes. And just breathe. And know that everything is going to be okay. That you are safe. You are supported. You are loved. And you are worthy. And you are in harmony with everything that is good in this world. So let's bring ourselves back to balance. So take a deep, big inhale. And on the exhale, pull your knees into your chest, wrapping your arms around your shins. And I just want you to slowly rock side to side on your spine, just lightly, giving your back a nice massage. And continue to breathe. Yoga is all about the breath and making the connection between the mind, body, and soul. You can stop rocking, come into center. I want you to step your left foot down on the mat. Bring your right foot out straight up. I want you to take a big inhale, and exhale, I want you to bring your foot all the way down to your thigh. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. We're just going to do two more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. And we're going to bring our leg flat out on the mat. And we're just going to bounce the leg up and down, really just getting the blood flowing. And bring it back in, planting the foot flat on the mat. And now I want you to straighten out the left leg as much as you can. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. And we're going to do 7. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. 3 more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Last one. Inhale, straighten. Now straighten out the leg, flat on the mat, and just bounce the leg up and down. Getting the blood circulating. And then pull the foot back in. So I want you to take your feet out wide on the mat to the edges and bring your knees to touch. And to stop, we're just going to take 3 big deep inhales. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Now I want you to move your knees over to the right side, giving yourself a nice stretch in the front of your left hip. Come back to center, and then move your knees over to the left. Feeling the stretch now on your right hip. And come back to center. And now we're going to move back over to the right. Center, left. So we're just going to speed things up a bit. Moving on your own pace. So it just looks like windshield wipers. We're going to do 2 more. Last one. And stop. You can bring your knees now into your chest. And I just want you to rock slowly back and forth until you come all the way up into a cross-seated position. Hi, I already feel loosened up. So I want you to lift your arms up above your head, bringing your right palm over to your left knee, spiraling back the left arm, and we're going to do a side twist. Two more breaths. And swing back to center, taking your left palm over to your right knee and bringing your right hand down behind you and twist. Last one. And back to center. So we're gonna open our arms out into eagle and then bring them closed. So open and up and cactus and close. We're gonna do this 3 more times. Really just opening up our shoulders and waking up our upper back. Last one. And then rest your palms on your knees. And I just want you to turn your head from side to side and really just show your neck some love. We carry so much tension in our neck and our shoulders. And we never really work them out. And now I want you to come back to center and then just nod your head slowly. Bring it all the way back and all the way forward. All the way back and all the way forward. And just do a couple more times on your own. Two more. And back to center. And I want you to just make some shoulder shrugs. Bring your shoulders up, like them back, and then just keep going. And we're just warming up the body because we have an amazing practice. And it's always good to lay the foundation for everything that we do. And stop and shrug your shoulders forward. It might feel a little awkward at first, but it's so good for you. Two more times. Okay. Now I want you to open your palms and close them. Open and close. Giving your wrists and your hand a nice workout. This is really good if you have carpal tunnel, if you're on your phone a lot, if you type a lot. This is an amazing exercise that you can literally do anywhere. I like to do this because I'm doing downward dog a lot. I'm holding planks, and I need for my hands to be able to support me. 3 more times. Okay, and now I just want you to shake it out. Shake, 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 shake. Okay, so now we're gonna put our palms on our knees and we're just gonna make circles. Moving our hips over to the front, to the left, back, to the right. Just continue to move at your own speed. It's okay if you hear some things crack, because you've probably never moved in this motion before. So this is going to be new to your body. But it is an amazing way to wake up your spine and get the blood flowing. And now I want you to stop in the center and go the other way. So starting on the right, coming back, swiveling over to the left. Oh, this feels so good. Okay, 2 more times. Last one. And come back to center. So we're gonna open our arms up above our heads one more time. And we're gonna place our right arm over our left arm. And and really cross our arms, intertwine them, and then we're gonna lift our arms up and then round. Up and then round. Arch and round. 2 more times. Last one. And come back to center. And now we're gonna do it the opposite. So we're gonna bring our left arm over our right, cross our palms, and then arch and round. Arch and round. Arch and round. 2 more. Arch and round. Last one. Okay, and then now you can release. And now I want you to come into a tabletop position, aligning your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. And we're gonna arch our back, coming into. So from the tabletop position, we're gonna arch our back, and we're gonna round the spine. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. And just do a couple more times on your own speed. Last one. And meet me back in a tabletop position. So I want you to open your knees out wide, bringing your big toes to touch. And then I want you to crawl forward, resting your forehead on the mat, having your palms flat, and just relaxing. This is called child's pose. It's an amazing stretch, especially if you have lower back pain. And we're gonna hold for 3 more breaths. And now move your palms over to the right, feeling the stretch on your left side. Two more breaths. And back to center. And now over to the left. And come back to center. I want you to come back up onto your knees and then walk your palms out even further. And this is called puppy pose. So you're gonna feel a sinking in your upper back, and it'll be a nice, good stretch. come back up onto your hands and knees. Bring your knees back shoulder width. Uncuff your toes. Sit your hips up and back, coming into downward dog. So this is the first downward dog of the day. So we're not gonna straighten out our legs. We're just gonna walk them. We're just gonna pedal out the feet. It's like we're walking the dog. And now we're gonna step our right foot up in between our palms. Bring the left foot to meet. Come into a halfway lift, straightening out the legs, straightening out the back. You can rest your palms on your thighs or on your shin. And then we're gonna forward fold, slightly bending the knee and bringing the palms as close as you can to the mat. And then we're gonna root to rise all the way up, bringing our hands up above our heads and then down to heart center. And now we're gonna do a couple rounds of Surya Namaskar. So I want you to lift your arms up above your head. Plant your feet firmly on the mat. We're gonna forward fold. Slight bend in the knee, bringing your palms to the mat. Straightening out the legs, straightening out the back, halfway lift. Bringing your palms back to the mat, rooting down, stepping your right foot back, bringing your left foot to meet, coming into a plank position, and then lower knees, chest, and chin all the way down, and come into an up dog, into a cobra. If this feels like too much compression in your back, you can lower down a bit, rest your forearms down on the mat, and lift your chest that way. We're gonna come back down, push up into plank, and then back into downward dog. We're gonna lift our right foot up in between our palms, bring your left foot to meet, halfway lift, legs straight, back straight, forward fold, knees slightly bent, palms on the mat, and root to rise, arms up above the head, hands to heart center. So we're gonna do that again. Arms up above the head, forward fold, knees slightly bent, palms on the mat, legs straight, back straight, halfway lift, palms back down on the mat, step your right foot back, bring your left foot to meet, coming into plank, lower knees, chest, chin, and come into cobra. Lower back down, catch your breath, uncuff your toes, push up into plank, and then into downward dog. Step your right foot up in between your palms, bring your left foot to meet, coming into a halfway lift, legs straight, back straight, and then forward fold. Palms on the mat, knees slightly bent. And then root to rise, arms up above your head, hands to heart center. So this time we're gonna do things a little differently. We're gonna bring our palms up above our head, and we're gonna lean over to the right, feeling the stretch on your left side, and come back to center. and then over to the left, feeling the stretch on the right, and back to center. And now we're gonna open our arms up into cactus, reach back, and back up. And now we're gonna forward fold, knees slightly bent, palms on the mat. Halfway lift, legs straight, back straight. Palms on the mat. We're gonna step our right foot back, lowering the right knee onto the mat, uncuffing the toes, and we're gonna come up, whoop, into a lunge. Remember, this practice is all about balance. It's okay if we wobble. It's okay if we fall out the pose. If it feels like too much to keep your hands above your head, you can place them on your hips. But I want you to feel the stretch in the front of your right hip and aligning your knee over your ankle in a 90-degree angle. And I want you to plant your palms back down on the mat, uncuff your right toe, lift your right leg, step your left foot back, and then step your right foot up in between your palms, lower your right knee, uncuff your back toes, align your right knee over the ankle, and then lift into a lunge. This feels so good. And if you need extra padding for your legs, feel free to use that pillow underneath your knee. And then come back down, framing your foot. Step the right foot back, coming into downward dog. Lean forward, coming into a plank position. Lower knees, chest, and chin, down to the mat. And now I want you to rest your forearms in front of you. And I want you to lift into a Sphinx pose. And then I want you to push up even further, lifting your forearms up off the mat. If this feels uncomfortable, bring your forearms back down. And then we're gonna lower the forearms. If this feels really good for you, we're gonna move back and forth 5 more times. So lifting the forearms up, inhale, and exhale, release. Inhale up, exhale, release. Inhale up, exhale, release. 2 more times. Inhale up, exhale, release. Last one, you're doing such a great job. Inhale up, exhale, release. And you can just let it all come down. Take a deep breath, feeling your ribs expand, and exhale. And inhale, and exhale. And now I want you to plant your palms on the mat, just beneath your shoulders, and push up into downward facing dog. And I want you to step your right foot up, bring it in between the mat, lower your left knee, and we're gonna come back up into a lunge. And we're gonna add a little more this time. So keeping that back knee planted, making sure that right knee is aligned over the ankle. And we're gonna bring our left palm to the mat and then open our arms up wide. Hold for 2 more breaths. And place the right palm back down. Cuff the left toes, lifting the left knee up, coming into a runner's lunge, and hold. Two more breaths. And step the right foot back, coming into downward dog. I'm gonna hold downward dog for 5 breaths. Two more. And now step the left foot up in between the palms, resting the right knee down on the mat, aligning your knee over your ankle, and lift up into a lunge, and hold for 5 breaths. Two more. And now I want you to lower your right palm onto the mat and extend your left arm out into the sky. One more breath. Okay. Planting your left palm back down on the mat. Rooting down through your palms and your left foot. Uncuff your right toes and lift your knee off the mat and come into a runner's lunge. Hold for 2 more breaths. And step the left foot back, coming into downward dog, and hold for 5 breaths. Two more breaths. Okay, now I want you to step your feet up in between your hands, or you can slightly hop. Now come into a forward fold, a halfway lift, legs straight, back straight, and then forward fold. Knees slightly bent, palms on the mat. And root down through your feet and rise all the way up, bringing your palms together at heart center. So now I want to do a couple balancing exercises. So I want you to just move, balance your weight back and forth, going from your hips, going from your toes to your heels. And I want you to understand as you do this, that whenever life throws you a curveball, Whenever there's a moment where you're just like, oh my God, what the crap is going on, you can always find your balance. So I want you to plant your feet, get into a nice, good, solid position. And then I want you to pull your right leg up. You can hold at the knee, you can hold at the shin, whatever feels comfortable for you. And we're gonna hold for 3 more breaths. It's okay if you wobble. It's okay if you completely fall out the position. It's about creating balance and knowing that no matter what happens, we're supported and you can release. And now we're gonna do the same thing on the left side. So pulling your leg into your chest, find your balance. Know that it took a lot of practice for me to get this good. 2 more breaths. Whoops. See, I was talking too much. And release. And now on your right side, I want you to pull your leg back. I'm gonna show you from the side. And just hold your foot for 5 breaths. Feeling the stretch in your front hip flexor. 3 more breaths. And release. And now I want you to do the same thing with your left foot. So grab a hold of your toes and hold. If you sit a lot, this is a really, really great stretch for you to do every day. 3 more breaths. Come into tree pose. So I want you to keep the balls of your feet on the mat and use your heel onto the left ankle, kind of like a kickstand. If this feels comfortable for you and you have a good balance, you can lift your foot up onto your calves, keeping your hips nice and open. If this feels good for you, you can grab your foot, bring it into the inseams of your hip, into your thigh, and hold. Whatever works for you. 2 more breaths. And release. So now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Whether that's a kickstand, whether that's foot on the shin, or foot in the inseam of the thigh. It's all about finding your balance, no matter what's going on. Two more breaths. And release. So I want you to open your feet wide to a 45-degree angle. And I want you to bring your hands into a seat and place them right on those hip bones, right there. And I want you to lean forward from there, not arching your back, but from that hip point. So feel the bend. And then bring your palms to the mat, or as far as you can. If they can't go to the mat, you can rest them on your shins. And I want you to slightly sink your hips down, coming into a wide-legged squat, and then straighten your legs back up. So sit your hips down, bending the knees, coming into a squat with support. And then straighten out your legs. And last time, bringing the hips down and straightening out the legs. And then I want you to root to rise. And now this time when we lean forward, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing. I want you to clasp your palms behind your back, and then I want you to hinge forward, bringing your palms up above your head. And release. Root to rise. And now I want you to shake all that out. Shake it all out. Okay. So now I want you to lift your palms up above your head. Plant your feet. Come into a forward fold. Knees slightly bent, palms on the mat. Halfway lift, straightening out the legs, straightening out the back. Plant your palms down. Step your feet into downward dog. And I want you to lift your right foot up into the air and come into a three-legged dog. You can keep the knees bent or you can have it straight out, whatever feels comfortable. And we're gonna hold for 2 more breaths. And release. Come down to your knees. Sit your hips back, come into child's pose. And hold for 5 breaths. Two more. Okay. Now push back up into downward facing dog. And now we're gonna lift the left leg up into the air. Coming into a three-legged dog. Two more breaths. And release. Drop your knees down to the mat. Come back into child's pose. And hold for 5 breaths. Last breath. Now come back up into downward facing dog. Step your right foot up in between your palms. And now I want you to lean forward, balancing on your right leg, keeping your right palm as close as you can to the ground. And I want you to open up. Whoop, into a side bend. This is a nice balancing exercise. If you can't get it, that's okay. You can use a pillow to help you bring your palms a little closer. And then come back down into downward dog. I'll show you what it looks like with a pillow. shifting your weight into your left foot, planting your left hand onto the mat or to the pillow, and open out to the side. Whoop. And it's all about finding balance. 2 more breaths. And come into downward dog. Lean forward into plank, and then lower knees, chest, chin. Uncuff your toes. And now I want you to grab a hold of your left foot and just pull it in towards your butt. Really waking up that hip flexor. Two more breaths. And release. And now I want you to do the same with the right. If you can't grab a hold of your foot, just hold it up as long as you can. Two more breaths. And release. Planting your palms on the mat. Push up into cobra. And release. And we're gonna do that one more time. Planting your palms into the mat, rooting down through your hips and your thighs. Come into cobra. Feeling the stretch of the front of your belly. Two more breaths. And release. And push up into downward facing dog. I want you to step or hop your feet up to the front of the mat, and then I want you to come back into a seated position and rest on your back. And I want you to open your feet up like a diamond. And really just open up your hips. And we're just gonna hold for 5 breaths. Now I want you to lift your knees up, bringing them to close, and then open them back up on the exhale into a diamond. Inhale, close. Exhale, open. Inhale, close. Exhale, open. And just move a couple more times on your own breath. Finding peace and serenity with every breath. or you've done this before. You're doing an amazing job, and it just keeps getting better and better. Just like in your life. Last one. And you can relax now with your legs open. Because every day and every way, your life is getting better and better. Now you can straighten out your legs. Coming into Shavasana. You can keep your palms on your belly. You can open them out to the side. Whatever feels comfortable for you. And we're just gonna relax and we're just gonna let it all go. Let our muscles just ooze onto the mat. Allow the ground beneath us to support us. Because everything that we've built thus far is a solid foundation. And there's nothing that you could ever say or do to change that. Because you were just born that way. You were born worthy. You were born deserving. You were born enough. So I want you to take a big inhale, filling your body up with light. And exhale, releasing what you no longer need. Inhale the light. Exhale what you no longer need. And just continue to breathe, knowing that everything is working out for you. Even if it doesn't seem that way. To a seated position. You can keep your eyes closed, palms to heart center. I want you to inhale through your nose and exhale, fluttering your lips. Inhale, exhale, flutter. Inhale, exhale, flutter. And I want you to inhale for Om. Om. Bow your head. Namaste. Thank you all for being here with me so much. I hope this was an amazing workout and clarity experience. I hope you found your balance and really got to allow yourself to just relax. I love you. I look forward to hearing from you soon. And bye guys.